Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to the Thursday, August 31 Days of Our Lives spoilers, Kristen DiMera was compelled to act quickly when Gwen von Leishner questioned her and asked why she thought Dimitri von Leishner would be upset with her for telling her everything. Gwen maintained that she was bewildered rather than angry despite Kristen's acting as though they were working together with Chad DiMera. Given that Chad was now employed by Titan, Gwen couldn't understand why he would consent to work with Dimitri and Kristen. Kristen tried her best to persuade Gwen before she headed upstairs to take a nap as a result of her jet lag though. Gabby DiMera snooped inside while Stefan DiMera maintained watch outside Gwen and Dimitri's room. Stefan attempted to divert Gwen when she approached the door, but eventually told her she couldn't enter. Stefan said that Harold was preoccupied with unpacking when Gwen questioned why not. Leo Stark interrupting Gwen's honeymoon had already irritated her, so she told Stefan about it and eventually persuaded him to let her pass. Gwen discovered Gabby scattering rose petals on the bed as soon as she opened the door. Gabby pretended to be attempting to be helpful to the newlyweds, but Gwen realized she had to be snooping and sent Stefan and Gabby packing. When Gwen arrived, Gabby found some documentation and showed it to Stefan in private. It said that Dimitri reserved a separate room at the honeymoon hotel on a different floor, so Gabby believed it was for the woman he was seeing. Stefan joyously told Gabby the truth as he pieced the puzzle together and concluded Leo was Dimitri's go-between. He persuaded a dubious Dimitri in Leo's suite that he could dress as Gwen and pose as her in order to meet with Elliot Roth. Leo put on some of Gwen's clothes, a wig, and some cosmetics while Dimitri answered a call from Kristen. On Thursday's episode of Days, Leo and Dimitri went to Elliot's room to try to convince him of their made-in-heaven romance. With a British accent, Gwen talked about the challenges they would face in their relationship. Leo was called out by Mr. Roth for not being the actual Gwen, despite the fact that Gwen believed Dimitri to be a beautiful man and the ideal spouse. It turns out that Mr. Roth had done his homework and had even taken his hubby to a few drag shows. Leo wasn't that good, despite what Mr. Roth claimed. Mr. Roth acknowledged his support for Leo and Dimitri, after pointing out that they were obviously in love. Mr. Roth admitted that Dimitri couldn't publicly love Leo because of this antiquated, homophobic codicil. Mr. Roth handed him the initial portion of Dimitri's inheritance and agreed to cover for him, but he made it plain that others might not agree with his choice. Dimitri would have to keep his relationship with Leo under wraps, Mr. Roth added, but he hoped that would change in the future. Since they were still in the privacy of Mr. Roth's home, Leo gave Dimitri a big kiss. Chloe Lane got sidetracked while watching the Thursday Duel episode at home as she relived Brady Black's furious response to Philip Kyriakis' reappearance. Although Chloe seemed aloof to Xander Cook, she advised him to go to the workplace and let her catch up with him later. Xander heard a loud commotion coming from Chloe's bedroom and knew she was trying to get rid of him. Chloe persuaded Philip to come forward, rather than what Xander assumed was Brady being kept hidden inside. Xander forgave Chloe for tricking him when Philip recounted the unpleasant details of framing Brady for causing his fictitious death. Xander was also impressed that Philip had taken so great risks to return for Victor Kyriakis' burial. But Philip said he was tired of running away. Brady showed up at the bar on Thursday's episode of Days for a meeting with Belle Black Brady, who urged him not to file a complaint against Philip. Brady asked if there was anything he could do after Belle updated him on Sean's 24-hour psychiatric hold and everything he was going through. Right now, all Belle required of Brady was for him to abandon the Philip case. Brady quarreled with her when Kristen entered the room and cautioned her not to become accustomed to having custody of Rachel Black, Finley Rose Slater. Given what Brady was alleged to have done to Philip, Kristen acted as though the judge made the proper decision. On Thursday's Days episode, after Kristen had left, Brady made the decision not to prosecute Philip due to Victor, Dell, and Chloe. Brady might get what he wanted from the judge by just having Philip come forward and exonerate him. When Chloe learned the news from Belle, Philip was overjoyed and eager to reclaim his life. Philip praised Chloe for her assistance before once more congratulating Xander on getting engaged and admonishing him to treat Chloe well. According to Friday, September 1 days of our live spoilers, Sean Brady will attempt to make amends with Jada Hunter when his 24-hour psychiatric hold expires. That implies that Sean will apologize to Jada for revealing her relationship with Rafe Hernandez and the ensuing controversy. Jada was obviously unhappy that Sean was given the position of police commissioner after he had sacked Rafe. Sean will hope that they can all come to an amicable agreement now that Paulina Price has rehired Rafe. According to Day's teasers, Jada will be happy that Sean is receiving the assistance he requires and should express some sympathy for his mental health problems. Rafe has been urged by Jada to accept the police commissioner position once more, even if it means postponing their relationship until Paulina changes the policy. Rafe will continue to consider his options until he ultimately makes a decision and provides updates because he isn't sure if that is what he wants. Rafe might eventually advise Paulina to elevate Jada instead because she is more than capable of leading the Salem PD. Theresa Donovan will arrive at the townhouse, and according to other days' previews, Brady Black will open the door and respond to the surprising news of her arrival. Fans of DOL can anticipate that Theresa will come in town for Victor Kiriakis' burial, but it'll only be a convenient pretext for her pursuit of a 3D reunion. Dick Van Dyke's mysterious new patient will be Kayla Johnson's next patient. According to Day's spoilers, Jada will bring in a man who is unable to recall his name, his hometown, or anything else at all. This unknown man will be having trouble putting the pieces of his life together due to a head injury, so Kayla will ask Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, to assist him. According to Days of Our Lives rumors, Theresa Donovan will surprise Brady Black on her way back to Salem. We recently learned the exact outcome of Brady and Theresa's chat at the townhouse thanks to DOL accidentally leaking the September 4 episode too early. Theresa will assert that Victor supported her relationship with Brady when she mentions wanting to honor Victor Kiriakis. Victor had some respect for Theresa back then because she was prepared to give so much up to defeat Mateo or El Fidio. Brady will reportedly push down the notion that Victor genuinely encouraged his affair with Theresa, according to Day's spoilers. Brady will likely believe Victor simply didn't want to see him end up dating Eve Donovan. Theresa will also make an effort to cast blame on Xander Cook for prior problems and distort the truth so that Brady believes they have been cheated out of love. Brady would continue to be distant, despite Theresa's hints about how wonderful their relationship was, especially given that Theresa sought full custody of Tate Black, who was previously portrayed by Colin and Kyle Schroeder. However, Theresa would acknowledge that even after all this time, she still has thoughts of Brady. According to Day's teasers, Theresa will ultimately give Brady a big kiss, which will surprise him. Brady will eventually yield into the lip lock after some early resistance, which will undoubtedly give Theresa optimism. However, as Brady pulls away and makes it apparent that this isn't something they should be doing, that hope will swiftly go. Day's teasers suggest that despite the fact that she is single and Brady is also single, Theresa won't give up on her quest. Theresa will believe that everything is set up to give them another chance, but Brady won't agree to do so. Theresa will depart the townhouse in tears after Brady rejects her, but after she leaves, Brady will reflect on some special 3D moments. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.